Hello and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another TEW 9 WWE Challenge Run video here. It's our second premium live event slash pay-per-view special of the series. Our first Raw exclusive show, WWE Bad Blood, here in Atlanta, Georgia, at the State Farm Arena. We've got a stacked out card here for tonight. As you can see on the left-hand side here, Bron Breakker and Sami Zayn, Full Count Anywhere for the Intercontinental title. Shad Gable, Uncle Howdy, Priest, Balor, Gunther, McIntyre, Rollins for the world title. Dragunov, Kaiser, Dunn and Sheamus in a world title contendership match. And Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley go to Hell for the women's world title in Hell in a Cell with Dom, Finn and JD banned from ringside. So a stacked card. And without further ado, I think we should just jump into it, honestly. Can't think of anything to say. What else is there to say? Let's find out what's happening in this stacked night of wrestling, shall we? Without further ado, WWE Bad Blood. And we'll kick off how we kick off all our pay-per-view premium live event specials with an opening video package. Just going over the feuds for tonight. I mean, I have kind of, I guess it's partially because they're show exclusive shows that they're smaller batch cards. Also, WWE are just doing smaller batch cards in general. They found their number around 4 or 5. I found my number, I think, around 6, 7, 8, maybe, which is fine. In my book, 74. Nice, simple opening. And hopefully a good show here. Ratings wise, story wise, I hope you enjoy it. Without further ado, I think we should just jump right into the opening match this evening for the Intercontinental Championship. It is Bron Breakker looking to make his second defense of the title against the man he beat for the belt at SummerSlam, Sami Zayn. These two have gone at it for a little bit. Bron beat Sami, of course, at SummerSlam. Sami made his return during Bron Breakker and Damian Priest collision a few weeks back, and then they fought in a tag team as part of a tag team match as well in this most recent episode of Raw with Balor and Priest as well, and then ended up brawling away from the match, through the crowd, out of the arena, throughout the arena until they were separated by security, and this was set up. Bron Breakker, Sami Zayn, the rematch, Falls Count Anywhere. And yeah, essentially Sami Zayn makes his entrance, the valiant hero, gets the crowd hyped up. Sami's music, the first to hit, he comes down to the ring. Bron's music hits. He starts storming down. Sami, he's not waiting, slides out the ring, immediately charges up the ramp. Bron charges down, the two men get into it on the ramp, bell rung, and we just go from there, and they just beat the hell out of each other. I've said it's a car crash, I think, so hopefully no one gets injured, but they're just beating the life out of each other. They're using whatever weapons they can find. It's, honestly, I don't even want this match to touch the ring, I don't think. We're just going to brawl the ramp, the crowd, the ringside area, the stage, into the backstage area a little bit. That little starting area backstage where the Triple H and that hang out watching the show and booking it. Whilst they just beat the hell out of each other using whatever they could find. I'm trying to think of some big spots we can go with. We can do the classic, a spear through the barricade. Sami Zayn can hit his hell of a kick. When Bron Breakker's kind of, here you go. Bron Breakker is groggy, leaning against the corner of the ring. He's got the steel steps next to him as well. Sami Zayn runs, hell of a kick. His leg going through where the turnbuckle is. So big hell of a kick into the corner. And Sami Zayn not lying down immediately. Gets Bron Breakker down, lifts him up. Blue Thunder Bomb onto the steel steps. Covers for a 2. These two are going to beat the hell out of each other. They end up going up the ramp. Sami setting up for a Blue Thunder Bomb off the stage to the little pyrotechnics area there. But Bron powering up, shoving Sami away, and then a massive spear through one of the LED boards by the entranceway and through the rubble. Bron just about managing to drag Sami out, covers him. 1, 2, 3. Your winner, and still the Intercontinental Champion, Bron Breakker. Bron Breakker keeps a hold of his championship after a hellacious battle. Yeah, there you go. Drags Sammy out with all the strength he can still muster, lifts him up, gorilla press power slam. Hell, off the stage onto the pyrotechnic area himself. And gets the cover for a 1-2-3. Car crash style stunt show full of crazy moves and dangerous bumps. And both men are okay, thankfully. 81 for the match, happy. 61 for the crowd, 65 for wrestling, 64 Bron, 75 Sammy. Hot crowd are buzzing. This 10,215 full crowd here at State Farm Arena, which I'm happy with. As Bron Breakker makes his second defense of the Intercontinental Championship. He is 1/5 of the way to being able to activate that fighting champs advantage. Remember, if he gets to 10 defenses, he can vacate his Intercontinental Championship for a shot at the World Heavyweight title. 2 down, 8 more to go, and seeing the strength and power of Bron Breakker and seeing what he's been able to do against Bronson Reed in his first defense against Damian Priest in their match in Sami Zayn here, you have to think, is there anyone on this roster who's going to be able to put Bron Breakker out for a free count and take that title? Or is a battle between Bron Breakker and possibly Gunther on the horizon in 8 defenses time? Oh, we'll have to wait and see, but it's 81. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. Absolutely no complaints from my side. Honestly. Crowd's buzzing. Great start to the show. As we'll get them out, we'll tidy things up a little bit, fix the techniques on the LED boarding. We had the video package ready for the next match. Chad Gable and Uncle Howdy. Chad Gable makes his entrance first. I'm imagining kind of a Goldberg style entrance, but instead of security, it's the Creed brothers as his boys hyping him up, getting him ready. Like how the Creed brothers do their thing where they kind of go head and head, holding each other's faces, hyping each other's up. They both do that with Chad, getting him ready. He comes out, and then Uncle Howdy makes his entrance. An emotional entrance. Not entirely sure on the exacts, but I mean, it's his first match here in Atlanta, Georgia. And yeah, a real tribute kind of to his brother. I'm imagining the Fireflies out in full display, ready for this contest for a 52. Chad Gable taking on Uncle Howdy. I've set this to storytelling, I think, because that I mean, it's a spooky, it's you know, it's Uncle Howdy. He's a spooky dude. It's a storytelling match. Chad's the better wrestler. That is undisputed, okay? But Chad is unnerved. Chad's kind of not at his A game because he's not fully focused because what the hell is going on? You know? One point the Creeds try to come out. The lights go off when they come back on. You've got a giant... You've got a giant mallet-wielding rabbit at the bottom of the ramp. You've got a pig and a buzzard behind him. You know, he's unnerved. He's creeped out. He's trying to just out wrestle Uncle Howdy in the wrestling match. Like, that's all you should need to do. But Uncle Howdy winning the mind game here, and in the end, all that kind of shenanigans, everything, maybe playing on Chad's mind. You know, Sister Abigail making an appearance from under the ring as Chad's setting up, you know, got him an ankle lock and it makes him loosen his grip as Uncle Howdy reverses it, gets up and hits Chad with the Sister Abigail. But in game, I've changed the name. I don't know if I'm going to stick with this, but at the very least for his first match is what we'll call it. Maybe we'll change it to an entirely different move with this name because I want to use this name for something, I think. Hits him with essentially the Sister Abigail, but at the meantime, at the very least, let me know your thoughts on if we should keep this or should you just make a new move for it. If so, let me know a potential move that could be. I've called it Wyndham's Embrace because that just feels like a nice little tribute, and the Sister Abigail kind of like a little embrace before you smash their head into the mat. And covers Chad for 1, 2, 3. Your winner in his first match in Lord knows how long, Bo Dallas, Uncle Howdy here, for a 66, which is honestly better than I thought it was going to get. Chad's kind of carried that. It was 69, 54 for wrestling, 48 for the crowd. Uncle Howdy was off his game, sadly. But he's got public support, which lifted him up a little bit. And yeah, emotional scenes, you know. Kneels over Chad, the White Six behind him, holds his arms out. An emotional victory for Uncle Howdy / for Bo Dallas, okay, for Bo Dallas here, over Chad Gable in his return to the WWE. Beautiful. Beautiful. Like I've said, Uncle Howdy and the White Six stuff is definitely an area where it's kind of gonna go as it goes, you know, as I figure it out, because it's still something I'm coming to terms with booking in comparison to everything else, but we'll get there. It's a good start. As we're going to carry on, we're going to go to a video package. Ready for the Fatal 4-Way, number 1 contenders match for the world title. Ilja, Dragunov, Ludwig Kaiser, Pete Dunne and Sheamus. And what we have beforehand, video package-wise, is essentially just a sit-down. All 4 men have a little sit-down, just them facing the camera, and they're all asked one simple question. What would it mean for you? What would it mean to you, for you, to earn this shot at the World Heavyweight Championship? And they all get to say their piece. Ilja Dragunov saying that he hasn't been here long. Okay. But wherever he's been, he's conquered, he's dominated. And him and Gunther, they have a long history. He's the man who ended Gunther's unstoppable reign with the United Kingdom Championship. He ended Gunther's reign over NXT UK. And the chance to end it over Raw, to do it in Berlin, of all places. That is what the moments Ilja Dragunov lives for. Ludwig Kaiser saying that for so long he's felt he's lived in the shadow of Gunther. And in Imperium, as a collective, as a unit, he's ready to show what he can do on his own, to shine in his own right. And doing this, earning this shot, where he will surely face Gunther at Bash in Berlin, to nail down Imperium's dominance over Raw, over the WWE, would be too good to miss. Pete Dunne saying that this is his shot. He showed up in WWE over in NXT, and he won the NXT UK title like it was nothing. Then he went up to NXT, and then he came over here, Raw, SmackDown. He lost his name, he lost his identity, he went around called Butch, told to act crazy. And maybe he is a little crazy, but not like that. He's crazy in the sense that he knows the best ways to break every bone in your body, especially that delicate little hand of yours. And this chance, especially against that Muppet Sheamus, to prove what Pete Dunne is, one of the best around in that ring. And then to be able to go avenge losing my NXT UK Championship to Gunther all those years ago and take that World Championship from him. It would mean everything. And then finally, Sheamus. Sheamus saying that this is his shot. He doesn't know. I've done realising how many times I've said this over the last few episodes, but he doesn't know how long he's got. He feels like he could go forever, putting in banger after banger. But Gunther is a different shark entirely in this ocean. Him and Gunther went to war so many times, put on so many bangers, and he came up short every time. He couldn't take that Intercontinental Championship over Gunther. And it's one of the biggest misses, one of the biggest regrets of his whole career. But right here, right now, he won't miss. Pete, Ludwig, Ilja, it doesn't matter who's in his way, fella. They're all going to fall to my boot. And then at Bash in Berlin, Gunther, this time, I'm not coming up short. For a 54, these 4 men are ready. Ludwig Kaiser, Ilja Dragunov, Pete Dunne, Sheamus, a shot at that World Championship on the line. These 4 men show out. I've told them to steal the show. I've told them to give it everything they've got. Sheamus maybe winding a little bit, but not letting it show. Putting his all out there, the old head against these young guns here, wanting to show he's still got it. They all get the chance to show out, to show what they've got. In the end, one of the moments, Pete setting up for a bitter end on Ludwig Kaiser, but Sheamus storms in out of nowhere with a big double bro kick, taking both of them down, makes the cover. Ilja breaks it off, both of them roll out, and then Ilja Dragunov and Sheamus in the ring just beat the hell out of each other. Okay, that's going to be the closing part of this match, just these two going at it for about 5 minutes. Sheamus manages to hit a bro kick, covers for a 2. Sheamus goes for another bro kick. Ilja hits a torpedo Moscow out of nowhere for a 2. The 2 men going to war here in the end. How are we going to end this? Ilja Dragunov pulling himself up in the corner, battered, beaten, red-chested, but still ready, and Sheamus, tired, redder than ever, pulls himself up as well, starts banging against his chest as Ilja starts playing the symphony, and they both charge at each other one last time. Sheamus goes to lift his leg up for a bro kick. Before he can, Ilja Dragunov flies through the air and cracks him with Torpedo Moscow. And Ilja Dragunov finds the strength to roll over, cover Sheamus, and get that 1, 2, 3. Your winner, and the number 1 contender to Gunter, currently, is World Championship, Ilja Dragunov. Ilja Dragunov earns that shot at Bash in Berlin after a hellacious battle. Sheamus so close, but Ilja Dragunov gets the better and earns that match. An 81 banger. 50 for the crowd, 69 for the wrestling. Crowd's hot, crowd's buzzing. Ludwig off his game, sadly, so couldn't leave better, but still an 81's really, really good. That's like one of the highest rated matches of the save so far. I checked, and I think Masked Magic is genuinely the second. On this past week's episode of Raw between Masked Magic and New Day is the second highest rated match I've saved so far, with like an 82, I think it got. So an 81's incredible from these 4 guys, really all showing what they can do. 77 Ilja Dragunov, 71 Pete, 68 Sheamus, 60 Ludwig. They killed it. And Ilja Dragunov, after a hellacious battle, gets his arm raised, and it will be Ilja Dragunov versus Sheamus. Not versus Sheamus, versus either Gunter, Drew McIntyre, or Seth Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship. And whatever combination that's going to be at Bash in Berlin, Sheamus or not, I think banger is the only word to describe it. As we're going to get ready for the next match here. Finn Balor making his way out, ready for his battle. JD by his side, the world tag champs. But Damian Priest, not waiting for this. Not waiting for the bell. Runs out in the entrance, grabs JD from behind and tosses him into barricade, and then him and Finn Balor brawling out already for a 63. Finn Balor, Damian Priest, former friends, former partners, former tag team champions, now bitter rivals, ready to just beat the hell out of each other, honestly, which this match is just going to be. It's just going to be Priest and Balor beating the hell out of each other, is the best way possible to describe this. And yeah, Priest has the strength and the anger, but Balor playing the mind games, trying to get in Priest's head, trying to make him mess up by being too aggressive, by going in too hard, and Priest doing that a little bit. In the end here, Priest kind of acting wildly, acting a little unfocused, goes to hit Balor ducking, Priest striking the ref going down. Balor trying to take advantage here, attacking Priest, but Priest using his strength, and out of nowhere JD slides in and attacks Priest from behind. Priest gets a hold of JD by the throat, kind of throwing Finn away, holding JD by the throat. You want another chokeslam, huh? You want another chokeslam? Out of nowhere, Dom slides in with a steel chair and smashes it into Priest's back. Priest, pissed as hell, reaching back and grabbing Dom and holding both of them, facing the hard cam. I'm thinking of camera angles right now. I'm thinking of the footage and the pictures we're going to be able to get. So Damian Priest standing dead center of the ring, JD in one hand. One hand round JD's throat, one hand down round Dominic's. Ready to lift them both up for a double chokeslam out of nowhere. Low blow from behind. You just see an arm reach up. Finn Balor's. As Damian Priest lets go of JD and Dom and falls. And I was just about standing tall in pain. Finn Balor gets to his feet. Dom hands him the chair and Balor racks it round Damian Priest's back. Damian dropping to his knees as Finn hits him again. Then Finn Balor puts the chair down, tells them to get him on it. JD and Dominic dragging Damian onto the chair. No. They drag Damian and they put the chair on top of him as Finn climbs to the top rope. Coup de grace off the top rope onto the chair on top of Damian Priest. JD, Dame and Dom leaving the ring, taking the chair with them, waking up the ref as they go. As Finn covers Damian Priest for the 1, 2, 3. Your winner here is Finn Balor. Thanks to a lot of help. Damian Priest all on his lonesome. Previously with the Judgment Day, he would have that numbers advantage. But right now, the Judgment Day's numbers are looking scarce. It's just him and Rhea. And Finn has the numbers advantage by far and took advantage of it there. For a 75, we take that. Really good. Finn coming out on top here. 64 for the crowd, 66 for the wrestling, 61 Damian, 70 Finn. As Finn Balor gets the stand tall. Finn, JD, and Dom stand victorious here. Good start tonight for Neo Judgment Day. Can Liv Morgan carried out on later tonight? We'll have to wait and see, but a good win here for one half of the World Tag Team Champions, Finn Balor. Yeah, I haven't forgot he's got the belt. WWE might have, but I have not forgotten him and JD have those belts, I promise. As we got to carry on for a match, for a championship that maybe Finn Balor's going to have his eye on. Now I know he's got a title. Maybe he'll have an eye on this one as well, though. Especially after a big win against the former champion, is the world title match. With the entrances, Seth Rollins makes his way out first, dancing to the ring, followed by Drew McIntyre looking ready for war. And then who else would be more ready for war than a Ring General, the world champion, Gunther. For a 65, ready for the World Heavyweight Championship to be on the line. It is the world champion, Gunther, looking to make his first defense of his championship against two very worthy challengers, Drew McIntyre and Seth freaking Rollins. Two former champions against the current champion. I mean, we've got 3/4 of the entire lineage of the World Heavyweight Championship fighting here. And the other quarter just got beat the hell out of, so, But will Drew and Seth be able to add a second reign, or Gunther keep his going? All three men just going at it. Seth, very much in Drew's head. Drew's trying to stay focused. Drew's kind of focus on Gunther a bit more. Wear down maybe the stronger competitor. But not the case here. Not the case here, because Seth's just playing the mind games, getting his head, and forcing him to come for him a little bit more as well. And yeah, all three guys just go now. They all get to show out. I'm expecting a high rating because they're really good in ring. And in the end here, Drew has Gunther in position. He's holding him for a Future Shock DVT when Seth from behind with a steel chair smashes it into a lot of steel chairs tonight. Smashes it into Drew's back. Drew not happy, a bit hurt and pissed off with this. Seth goes to hit him again, but Drew holding it, shoving Seth away. Steph still holding it as Drew charges at him and hits him with a claymore kick that sends the steel chair right into Seth's face. Seth down as Drew immediately back to his feet, still staring at Seth, though still distracted, as out of nowhere Gunther rushes in, a massive big boot that sends Drew flying over the top rope as Gunther, not wasting any time, picks up Seth, lifts him up, and hits a massive powerbomb on top of the steel chair before covering Seth for the 1, 2, 3. Your winner, and still your world heavyweight champion, the Ring General, Gunther. It looked like Drew might have had it here. I mean, he was on top of Gunther. He had taken Seth down. But being distracted by Seth throughout this match, perhaps especially at the end here, cost him. Maybe if Seth's not here, he hits that future shock DDT and he's walking out world champion. But thanks to Seth, that is not the case, as Gunther makes his defense of the championship here. Gunther gets a 90. Christ alive. 78 Drew, 73 Seth, and 87 for the match is amazing. Second highest rated match of the save so far from these guys. You expected nothing less. 8 for the Wrestling 70 crowd. Really, really happy. I mean, yeah. I mean, Ilja Dragunov's getting 77s from memory, so... I mean, let's talk about that. At Bash in Berlin for the World Heavyweight Championship, it will be Gunther defending his championship gold against the man who defeated him for his NXT UK title, Ilja Dragunov. That is sure to be an absolute banger, honestly. And I guess I can give you kind of a little behind the curtain stuff. One of the reasons I decided to go with Bad Blood before Bash in Berlin as opposed to the other way, like IRL, is because I knew I wanted the world title match there to be Gunther versus Ilja Dragunov. And I could, I mean, honestly, booking-wise, I've done crazy things. I could have definitely built up Ilja Dragunov straight away to World Championship contendership, but I said, hey, no, I want to take a month, I want to go to Bad Blood, I want to have Ilja have some matches to logically kind of earn that World Championship match, and then we'll head into it. So yeah, behind the curtain stuff for you. Gunther Ilja Dragunov at Bash in Berlin, which hopefully, rating-wise, will be a banger, and storyline-wise, there's a lot to play off already, for me, as we build to that over the next few weeks. If you are looking forward, though, to Ilja Dragunov taking on Gunther for that world title Bash in Berlin, why don't you subscribe so you don't miss out on it, huh? Or miss out on any of the stories we build up to it on Raw. Why don't you just subscribe? We'll say that now. Really good match, though. 87. As we're going to head into the main event of this evening. Rhea Ripley coming out first, entering Hell, entering the cell, followed by Liv standing out on stage with her Dom, a big, overly long kiss at the top of the ramp before Liv heads down to the ring. Alone, because Dom's banned from ringside, so's Finn, so's JD. For an 84. For the Women's World Championship in the main event of Bad Blood, Liv Morgan versus Rhea Ripley. Hell in a cell. These two story, it goes way back, doesn't it? Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley, former friends turned rivals. Liv taking everything from Rhea. She's took her world title. She took her man. She took her group. I mean, Rhea Ripley's only ally left in her old version of the Judgment Day, Damian Priest. Who knows what conditions he's in after what Finn Balor, JD and Dom did to him earlier tonight. Rhea is all in her own. But Liv Morgan's in Rhea Ripley's playground right now. Hell in a cell. Liv trying to stay away from Rhea as much as possible. Kind of using the same tactic Finn did earlier. Trying to piss Rhea off so she acts quickly, she acts hastily, and she makes mistakes. But Rhea Ripley, I don't know how to say this in a non-mean way, is not Damian Priest. Her anger seems to be making her stronger in a Red Hulk kind of way. Rhea Ripley's just pissed off as hell, okay? She's enjoying beating the hell out of Liv Morgan. There are moments, there's a moment where Rhea Ripley hits a massive riptide on Liv Morgan and pins her for a 1, a 2. It looks like she could have a 3, but Rhea lifts Liv's shoulder up. She says, no. I'm not finished with you yet. You don't get out that easy. Rhea Ripley is enjoying this way too much. Okay. She should consult a therapist perhaps about how much enjoyment she seems to be getting out of this experience. And that's just how it's going to go. She's enjoying this. She's having a fun time. Liv fighting back as much as she can. In the end, Liv Morgan setting up a table, trying to take Rhea Ripley down for good. Gets to the top rope. Rhea Ripley climbing after her, though, grabs her. And just like she did to Dom Dom a few weeks back when they fought, hits a massive top rope riptide to Liv Morgan through the table. But Liv kind of instinctively, because she looks out of it, instinctively manages to roll over. So Rhea can't reach her. Rhea out of it as well. She can't reach. She, like, instinctively as well, she tries to reach over to cover Liv, but Liv rolls out of the way just in time. Both women down and seemingly out. Something's got to give here. As the music hits, I'm wondering what the reaction is about to be to my next statement. As the music hits of Raquel Gonzalez, and Raquel Gonzalez storms down to the ring. She gets to the locked cell door, and she literally, we're going to give her a feat of strength here. I've seen those back muscles. She rips the door off its hinges. We can figure out how she does that later. Raquel, in her return, rips the cell door off its hinges, drags it into the ring, slides it into the ring. As she slides in, and she stands there for a minute, and the crowd a bit unsure. She looks over at Liv, the former women's tag champs together, and then she looks over at Rhea Ripley. Close personal friends. You know, we all remember that picture of Rhea, Bianca, and Raquel with all the gold. And then she looks back at Liv and smiles. And then Raquel Rodriguez grabs Rhea Ripley, picks her up, and hits her with the... I can't remember the name of her finisher. She does a power bomb, and it has a name that starts with Ch. But she hits her with that power bomb on top of the cell door that she's dragged into the ring. And then she drags her off it, makes sure her shoulders are down, puts the cell door on top of Rhea Ripley, and then gently as she can grabs Liv, drags her over and puts her on top of the cell door on top of Rhea Ripley, and tells the ref to count, which he does. 1, 2, 3. Your winner, and still Women's World Champion, Liv Morgan. I accidentally put Dom accidentally hitting Liv. That didn't happen, okay? Dom banned from ringside, didn't make an appearance. But when Raquel Rodriguez did make her return to help her former women's tag champ 2 times, Liv Morgan, as she makes her second defense of that Women's World Championship. 88 for the match is incredible. I'm saying this again so soon already. New second highest rated match of the save so far. Liv Morgan, Rhea Ripley, and Hell in a Cell. Go. Hell yeah. Letting the women main event, and they showed out to show they should be main eventing. You can't ask for much more. Rhea got a 91. She's so damn good. 62 for Liv, who I'm imagining is about to get a really nice popularity boost as well from this win. As yes, to end the show, Rhea Ripley still down? No. Liv managing to get to her feet, Raquel helping her, giving her a title, big smiles. Liv tells Raquel to take out the trash. Raquel, pushing the cell door out, pushing Rhea out the ring as well. As Finn and JD come down with their tag titles, Dom comes down as well. The whole gang's here, and that's going to be the closing shot of Bad Blood here. Rhea Ripley writhing in pain on the outside, the medics checking on her, as in the ring, Liv Morgan raises her world title. She's got her Dom next to her, Raquel next to her as well, as Finn and JD raise their tag titles. Neo Judgment Day stand tall for a 74. Really good ending, really good show. I wasn't sure how Liv and Rhea was going to do. I know Rhea's good in ring, but I didn't know how Hell in a Cell was going to go, but hey, really, really good. As overall, Bad Blood gets us an 89. Incredible show. No complaints from me. Everyone showed out. I mean, 81 for Bron and Sammy, 81 for that Fatal 4-Way. Gunter, the World Title 3, we got an 87, 88 for the women main event. Finn and Damian got a 75. No complaints whatsoever. Increased up in 23 regions. People loved it. I loved it. Right, post your stuff. Address the locker room. We'll give it to the women. Ilja showed out. Who else showed out? Braun, you did really well, and Gunter, amazing about. I know Rhea, Rhea, I can't. She got a 90 plus. You all did great. Everyone did amazing, and they're all pleased with that. No one got injured. Positives. Financially, we made a massive profit, 1.6 mil. All those delicious WWE Network subscriptions. Nom nom nom. Popularity, we're up everywhere. Well, not everywhere, but up in the United States into 80 territory, up in Canada, up in England, the UK. Not trying to start a war there. The UK and Ireland. Oh, Christ. And up in India. Media scrum. Oh, I beg of you to not do what you did last time and give me a question asking my thoughts on a signing that I cannot comment on. Let's find out, shall we? Media scrum. Does the WWE locker room have a morale problem? Morale is great. There's no issues here, okay? I don't know what you're talking about personally. People are calling Bad Blood a success. Well, my view on the show, I've said, I thought it was a huge success. The whole roster should be proud, honestly. Imagine clicking that. Christ. How concerned are you by the off night Ludwig Kaiser had? I'm not concerned at all, honestly. I think Ludwig Kaiser is he's a great superstar. I think he's been shown for years what he can do as part of Imperium and his tag team with his old partner Fabian Eichner, and now he's on his own, and I think he's going to continue to show out. I think everyone has an off night, and I'm not concerned at all. I have complete faith he'll become more consistent. We didn't see Jey Uso at Bad Blood. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize we let Rikishi into the interview room. Oh my god, let the Yeet Man live a little bit. Let him have a night off. I promise you're going to see plenty of Jey Uso. Oh my word. A situation that he has publicly said disappoints him. Did he say it or did his dad say it, huh? Is this a sign that he's in the doghouse? He's not in the doghouse. Maybe soon though. Wink wink. He shouldn't be making public comments about such things. It's unprofessional. That is what I want to say. I should say, politically speaking, I just didn't have anything for him to do. There's nothing more to the story. Or it was just give him a little break. He remains an important part of WWE. I really want to say he shouldn't be making public comments about such things. I'm going to say it. My response didn't go well with Jey Uso. I'll fight him. Looking at the big stars in WWE, only one is under the age of 30. Surely this must worry you. Really? Not really. I mean, Randy Orton's still killing it, and he's like 127, is he? What happens when the current generation of stars start retiring? I think there are a lot of guys in WWE at the moment who are perhaps not at the top of the card. A lot of young guys in WWE on the main roster, down in NXT, who I think personally a lot of them are ready, but if they're not, I think will be. So what happens when the current generation of stars start retiring? I don't know. Carmelo Hayes, Bron Breakker, Oba Femi. Let's move to the women's division. Roxanne Perez. I still personally am a big fan of Cora Jade. I know she has injury problems, but I think if she gets that under her control, I think you got something there. Tiffany Stratton. I personally have no concerns at all, IRL or in game, with this question. Okay, I completely fundamentally disagree with this. We're not rushing anyone. There's not a really no. We've plenty of not my fault. No, am I into bringing another beholder in to address this? I think the top one's the only one that comes close. And I don't really think it's even a case of we got plenty of young talent. It's up to them to grab the brass ring. I just think it's a case of waiting for those opportunities and spaces to come that they will slot into. Because I think a lot of them have already in position to grab a brass ring. This has got very deep, honestly. And once again, about off nights. Look, I'm never concerned about an off night because I think it is just a case of a one-off and these things happen. And I don't think it is entirely fair to judge someone based on one-off night. I will judge people based on their character and based on the consistent performances they put in for me over time. I will not judge them on their worst nights. I will judge them on the quality they consistently show throughout. I have faith. What? BJ James and Shane Helms really don't like each other. How are you worried this will affect the locker room? I don't care. No offence, lads. I'd sack you in a heartbeat. I'm not going to openly support either of you. I'm not going to sit down with you to work these issues out. You're grown men. Jesus Christ. As long as they remain professional, I don't care. Your response, which showed faith in the locker room's ability to deal with its own issues, went down really well. Cool. Media scrum's complete. Lovely. Honestly, I'm having fun with them. I think one of the things that keeps me having fun with them is the fact it's only in premium live events. In FM, it's not just a me thing, I'm sure. I don't do press conferences because it's every week. The same questions and I get bored. Even though this is kind of the same question still, at the very least, it's kind of in story. I can kind of respond to them as such. And also, it's twice a month actually, because it's, co-branded and that. But still, it's not all that frequent, and I'm really enjoying it. Let me know what your thoughts are down below, actually. What do you think of the media scrums? I'm enjoying them thus far. I can understand you might get sick of them after a while, but let me know your thoughts on this, one of the big new kind of features in the game. Let me know in the comments, what did you think? Some more twists and turns here. Bash in Berlin already starting to take shape with Gunther versus Ilja Dragunov for the world title confirmed. And we're going to carry on that build-up next time. And look at the fallout from a hellacious Bad Blood, where a lot of feuds crescendoed. But the start of a lot of things beginning as well. But let me know your thoughts. Like I said in the comments down below, would love to hear what you think. I think this show went really well. And I think this universe is starting to take shape in the image and direction I want it to. And I think maybe it's starting to come clear who I have kind of my eyes on, who's I'm enjoying booking, who I'm looking to push. And I think a lot of that stuff will come clear as things go, obviously, and change over time. But I'm having a lot of fun. And I hope you are too. So once again, I've said it a lot. Leave your comments. Let me know what you thought of this in the comments down below. What are your thoughts on Bad Blood? Leave a like if you have enjoyed. I hope you haven't subscribed for more so you don't miss a thing as we head into next up. We'll have the fallout from this and begin our building up to Bash in Berlin. On the SmackDown side, we're building up to Unforgiven, where Roman Reigns has called out Cody Rhodes, and Cody Rhodes has told Roman if he wants to shop at the WWE title, he'll have to earn it. How will he have to earn it? Oh, not like that. What will he have to do to it? Not like that. What obstacles will be in Roman Reigns' path to getting that World WWE Championship match? There we go. Oh Christ. I'm going to end things here before I say anything else. God. You have to watch SmackDown to see. So subscribe so you don't miss a thing. Leave a like. Let me know your thoughts and comments down below. Subscribe for more. And as always, I will end now. As always, I just want to say a very, very, very special thank you for watching.